All right, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this to the rundown here. So,
yes, sir.
My favorite and was one of my favorite MCs, the homie Common. B's 20th anniversary is coming up.
Your homie.
That's my homie right there.
You don't know him.
I wish I did, low key. I wish I did know Common. But the 20th anniversary of B is coming up, and it will have some new tracks on the re-release. So Common's beloved 2005 album B is seeing a 20th anniversary re-release. Recently, Com used his Spotify page to post the pre-save for the upcoming 20th anniversary edition, which will include 11 new bonus tracks. Now, this, to me, is one of my favorite albums from him. Arguably, it might be between this and Like Water for Chocolate. If I was to just throw two out there.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys have any expectations for the additional 11 tracks?
No.
None.
Oh, it's a whole nother album's worth of tracks added?
From what I saw in the release, it's going to be 11 additional records.
Because
to me, that's exciting.
If they were that good, we would have heard them by now.
Nah, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
That's how the game is played.
Well, from what era?
You know, if they're
that's the question.
If they're just going to be extended versions, perhaps, or alternate versions, I'd be interested to hear that. But if you're talking about 11 songs that were, for whatever reason, not put onto the album, maybe they didn't make the cut. You know, I can only, like, because sometimes I've been let down by these sort of things before. You know, it was like, oh yeah, it was some unreleased material, and it was like, oh, that's why it wasn't released.
But here's my thing. My rebuttal to that is when you're making a record, you make an entire project. Just because a record doesn't make the album doesn't mean the record isn't good.
That's true.
Okay. Because the record has a certain sound sonically, how it's set up. I know plenty of joints where people have just artists that I've worked with. I'm like, why didn't you put that on there? I mean, I loved, and this is what they say, I love the record, but it didn't fit what direction I was going in. You see what I'm saying?
No, I mean, because, you know, there are, if you get those alternative takes, like I would love for them to officially finally put out the studio version of The Food.
There we go.
I would love to get They Say, the one with Consequence on it.
There we go.
That would, but I don't, those wouldn't qualify to me as new records or as unheard material. You know, just like if you bought Doggy Style when it first came out, like, remember the track listing was crazy wrong. There were all these songs listed on there that didn't make the cut or things were out of order. There's a song called The Next Episode. I've been looking for just a CDQ, something decent. That I would love for somehow that to be released, but it's probably tied up in a whole bunch of death row paperwork. Who knows where the master is? I'd love to hear 321 with Snoop Dogg and Crisscross. Most people don't even know that record. You know, that would be dope if, I remember seeing when they were putting out like a Snoop album, of course, this is when he didn't own Death Row or had no control over what came out. And I was like, oh, wow, maybe we'll get those records. We got a bunch of records that I wasn't interested in at all. So if Common is overseeing this, then I have a little bit more hope for it. But once again, be as it stands, I don't really care for anything to be changed or omitted or added. I love that record front to back as it is now.
What you think, Terry?
I think it's more so for the fans, for the most part, to give them something else to go along with a classic album that was released by Common. I kind of echo the fact that sometimes when the albums come out with the extra songs on it, I mean, it's nice to have. It's more so novelty to me for a fan. So, I mean, I think it's cool that they kind of like go back in the volumes like, well, I recorded these at this time. I'm just going to go ahead and release them. Because it could be one of those situations where you have artists like a Prince that has a vault full of songs that you're never going to hear.
True.
You know what I'm saying? What if he decided to, when he was alive, to start breaking those songs down into albums? Would they have been hits? Or would they have just been something that a fan would appreciate?
Collection of songs.
Right. Even with Andre 3000. Andre says he has a whole bunch of songs and material recorded that we will never hear. Like that, those type of situations to me kind of hold more weight than actually dropping something on an album that already exists.
And kind of be attached.
I kind of would rather hear, like, I appreciate when they drop a remastered version of the album where they kind of went back and tweaked a couple things and make it sound better because of technology.
Yeah.
But again, B is a classic album that doesn't need to be tampered with. So I'm still going to listen because I rock with Common.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not anything that I'm always like grasping at straws or anything like that, trying to hear or get excited about.
Is this do we know, is this exclusively on like the vinyl? That's the like 11 songs or something like that?
That part I did not see. I can try to look it up.
Because if it's like think of it if like a 4-piece vinyl box set of something where it's like because B's kind of a short album.
Yeah.
It's only 10 records.
10 records, yeah.
So if there's 11 other records and maybe if it lives on like a piece of vinyl where it's like a collector's edition with some extra songs, I think that's cool.
Does that make it more intriguing for you if that's how they release it?
I mean, I think it's how you present it, right? You could have you can have I don't know how long running time the whole record is, but you could have those 2 records B, and then the other 2 records could just be like the bonus ones. So I think that's okay.
There's a lot of classic albums that came out back in the day where if you had a maxi single, you would get a remix of that song, maybe 2 different remixes.
He needs my remix to go.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah. That might go. No pun intended, but yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about things like that. Like if they could somehow put them out on like a reissue of the album, I love that. Yeah. I like that.
I can dig that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, even for all I said, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, regardless, gotta run that.
I'll probably buy it. So
yeah, I still remember the B tour. I think it was at the Vogue, right?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I think I can't.
I think it was Rhymefest with him.
I think so.
Yeah,
and he does a thing where he freestyles, he and break dancing and stuff on the stage.
Mm-hmm. It was literally freestyling about people and things he's seeing in the audience, which was always a dope moment.